Welcome to the Introduction to Programming series. My name is James, and today I'm going to show you how to create a hello world. I recommend saving this video because this is something that, especially for your first couple of projects, you're not in the habit of, and there's a lot of weird steps to it. But let's go ahead and see what it takes to get started with. Every time I see a new challenge I want to work on, every time I want to write a new program, I do these steps, and you'll see what happens. This is after you've installed all the tooling needed. This just is the setup per project. So if I've got set up, then I already have one of these folders that I have on my desktop, but I usually like to keep. And I'm gonna call this one just Introduction to Programming. All right, because that's the series we're talking about. The next thing I do is I open up my code editor, which is VS Code is the one that I like to use. And I have my introduction to programming on my desktop. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to file, open on my desktop, introduction to programming. It's going to ask if it trusts people. Do I trust the authors of files in this folder? I'm going to be the author of the files in this folder. So usually I don't trust myself, but today to get it to stop, I wanted to, yes, please just let me do my stuff. If I wanted to start a project, I usually would then, after I've got this programming folder, make a folder specific for the project I'm working on. Today, I'm going to make a Hello World project. In fact, programmers like things to be lowercase to start. I'll show you why later. But Hello World, lowercase to start, no spaces, just hello. And then because I can't have a space after world, it's kind of hard to see. I'm just going to uppercase the first letter of every subsequent word. So hello, lowercase h, capital W world, hello world. All right, the folder exists. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go File, Open Folder, and I'm going to go into this Hello World folder specifically, which is going to look a little bit different, but now I'm actually in the Hello World folder. Okay. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to press this little new file guy up here. You can also find it on File, New File, but I like this little pop-up because it's fast, but New File, I'm going to call this main.go. It opens the file, it sets it up for me. And at this point, if you haven't already set it up, there'll be a little pop-up saying, do you want to install the Go tools? Click yes on that because those are pretty helpful. The next thing I want to do is I want to get my terminal going. So up here, normally, this is kind of zoomed in. Normally there's a terminal drop down, but in terminal, I can say new terminal. And new terminal is this is basically me talking to the computer, like through like an admin mode or a system mode. And I can have it do a lot of cool things with this, things that I can't do with the mouse as easily. So I've got an empty code file. I've got this, and I can prove to myself that when I type go, it spams a bunch of text here that I don't really care about. But I typed go to make sure that this is working correctly. If this is not working correctly, go back to the tool setup video that I posted, or Google around to set up Go environments on whatever machine you're on, Windows, Mac, or Linux. Now that I've got this going, I'm going to clear that and come back up here. I can start with the most basic Go program you can ever write, which is package main. Always start with that. And then I do import FMT. And then I type this func main. And then I do these two parentheses and these curly braces. Yep, it's a lot. It's a lot. And then I'll go ahead and I'll do fmt.println. This is an L, that's an N. And I'll say hello world. Pause your screen at this point if you want to look a little bit closer, but this is FMT. This is a formatting library, FMT, and this is called a print line, PRINT LN. This is not a capital LI or a 1. This is an LN for line. Once I've got my hello world up and running, I can do this go run thing. I can type go run and then the name of the file that I want to run, which in this case is main.go. And when I run it, it's going to tell the computer to turn this into a program and then execute the program. So it'll take this code. This is technically they call this human readable code, but man, it's that crazy to read as a human. Human readable code that then gets turned into a computer code and then actually run. So I can go run main.go. And let's say in the future, I really want to share a program I've built with my family. I can to go build main.go. You'll see here this made a main.exe. And if I really want, I can rename this to hello world.exe. And then I can just give this to my family. Um, and they will have to do something like this if we're doing a text-based one. But this, you can execute it. Sometimes you type it like that. Sometimes you just type hello world.exe. This my setup doesn't allow this, but this might work on your Windows machines. This is what works on Mac laptops and Linux machines. But yeah, that's how you make a Hello World from scratch. And then I go from here and I'll go and start working on whatever instructions or solutions I've come up with for the problem I've been given. And that's pretty much it. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments. Otherwise, thank you for watching.